Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Thursday, 18th November, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, New Zealand withdraw from Under-19 World Cup, and in our feature for this evening, Luther Kelly pays tribute to Rafi Wallace. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
Listen closely, and you will hear what climate change might sound like.
$30 for a hand of bananas?
Severe drought could destroy banana plants and drive food prices up.
And now we can see the dead coral reef below us.
Dead coral? I thought it was alive.
No, it's dead. If you look at the pictures, you can see what the coral used to look like.
Oh, wow.
Natural wonders like coral reefs are disappearing. But listen closely again, and you can hear the solution. People disposing of garbage responsibly and not in drains and rivers. People responsibly discarding engine oil. Our climate may be changing, but so can we. Making small changes together can have a huge effect on reducing the impacts of climate change. Act now. Rally. Rethink. Respond. This message is brought to you by the OECS Secretariat with funded assistance from USAID.
Well, I'm back, and we start with cricket. Daryl Mitchell is a seam bowling all-rounder who usually bats in the middle order, but New Zealand's T20 side, he's now an opening batter who barely bowls at all. Venkatesh Iyer is a seam bowling all-rounder who opens the batting for Kolkata Knight Riders, but on Wednesday night, making his debut for India, he didn't get to bowl and walked in at number 6. When Venkatesh faced his first ball in international cricket, India was threatening to lose a match that had seemed unlosable less than half an hour before. With 6 balls left, they needed 10 runs to win, and New Zealand, having used up all of their main seam bowlers, threw the ball to Mitchell. Mitchell had earlier been out for a first ball duck. Venkatesh had not been required at all until this point. Now they both had a chance to be the hero. Neither took that honor in the end. Venkatesh swatted the first legal ball he faced for 4, but was out next ball, attempting a cute reverse lap. Mitchell got that wicket, but he also sent down 2 big wides that reflected his rustiness as a bowler. Eventually, it came down to 3 runs required off 3 balls, and Rishabh Pant, who had struggled to 13 from 16 balls, stepped out and swiped Mitchell over mid-off to put an end to what had become an unexpectedly close contest. There had been 50s for Chapman, Guptill and Yadav, and a 48 from Sharma, full of vintage stroke play, as well as terrific bowling from Kumar, Ashwin and Santa. But the end result came down to the big part players. Summarized scores: India 166 for 5, Surya Kumar 62, Rohit 48, bowled 2 for 31, beat New Zealand 164 for 6, Guptill 70, Chapman 63, Ashwin 2 for 23, and Bhuvneshwar, he picked up 2 for 24. India won by 5 wickets. Meanwhile, New Zealand has withdrawn from the 2022 Men's Under-19 World Cup owing to extensive mandatory quarantine restrictions for minors on their return home. Scotland, who initially missed qualification in the Europe qualifiers, became the 16th team to participate in New Zealand's absence. The World Cup will be held in the Caribbean between January 14th and February 5th. The 14th edition of the 50-over competition will see 16 teams in 4 groups vying for the title across 10 venues in Antigua and Barbuda, Guyana, and St. Kitts and Nevis, along with Trinidad and Tobago. Uganda, who made their debut in the 2004 edition of the tournament, have been pooled alongside India, South Africa, and Ireland in Group B. Defending champions Bangladesh are in Group A with England, Canada, and United Arab Emirates. Group C sees Papua New Guinea, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Zimbabwe, while Group D is made up of Australia, Sri Lanka, Scotland, and the host West Indies. The 48-match tournament will begin with West Indies taking on Australia and Sri Lanka facing off with Scotland on January 14th. Test venues such as the Queen's Park Oval and Warner Park will host group stage matches. The main knockout games are slated to be held in Antigua and Barbuda, with the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium staging the first semi-final on February the 1st and the Coolidge Cricket Ground hosting the second on February the 2nd. The final will be played at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium on February the 5th. And in athletics, two-time double Olympic champion over 100 and 200 meters and Jamaica's national record holder over both distances, Elaine Thompson-Herah, says she outgrew the celebrated MVP track club, resulting in hence severing ties with the Papi in St. Andrew, Jamaica-based outfit last month, reports the Jamaica Observer. The publication said Thompson-Herah, who now works out at the Miko University in St. Andrew at the Cameron Blazers Track Club, under the watchful eyes of her husband Darren Herah, who is a coach, made the comment while speaking on Miss Kitty Live on national radio last Wednesday. "I've outgrown the environment at MVP, pretty much, The Observer quoted Thompson-Herah as saying, "What I want for myself and to better myself, that was not provided. So I have to find ways to get it." We'll take this break and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
Taxes are the lifeblood of a nation. Feel good about what your tax dollars do in Nevis. As a responsible citizen, your tax dollars protect our environment. Pay your taxes on time. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis.
Be a responsible citizen.
Well, I'm back, and tonight cricket is in the spotlight. On Tuesday of this week, the legendary former Leeward Islands opening batsman Luther Shotgun Kelly played tribute to the late former Nevis and Leeward Islands speedster Hugh Raphael Wallace. Let's take in this.
Hugh Raphael Rafi Wallace, a dear brotherly friend. I got to know Rafi, as he was affectionately known, on the cricket field in the 1970s, where we both presented the cricket lovers of both Nevis and St. Kitts with fierce competitive cricket. It was much fun on the cricket field as we performed for our fans. Even now I can remember Mama Lou shouting from the pavilion, "Let's go, Luther. Bowl him, Rafi." A high point of our competitive game was Luther hitting boundaries, and very often that ends with Luther being caught in the gully by Willett of Rafi. After the game, we both continued our friendship with a few cold ones. We became very good friends, so much that whenever I traveled to Nevis, all I needed was a phone call, and Rafi was there to make sure that my mission in Nevis was completed, and vice versa. When Rafi comes to St. Kitts, the favors were returned. Our friendship continued even when we stopped playing cricket. Even when he traveled to Canada, we kept in touch via the telephone. It's so hard to say goodbye, but nevertheless, we will meet someplace in the promised land. May your soul rest in eternal peace. My condolences goes out to his wife and the entire family, and also to all of the cricket lovers in both St. Kitts and Nevis. Rest in peace, my brother.
Well, that's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.